ଦ ବିଗର ପାଠର ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ତ ଆଜି ଆମେ ଆଲୋଚନା କରମୁ। ପାର୍ଟ 1। Who are the characters described in this part of the story? What are they doing? In this part of the story, the characters are Beggar and Sergei, the advocate. The Beggar is found begging the food and some money as he had gone without food for 3 days. Other character Sergei, the advocate, is described looking at the Beggar in a curved manner. Which country are they from? How do you know this? They are from Russia. We know this from the mention of Kopix, the Russian ruble, and vodka, the Russian liquor without the paisa. What does the beggar look like? The beggar is dressed in dirty robe with a tight brown overcoat, dull and drunken eyes, and a red spot on their either cheeks, with a pair of shoes, one high and the other low. Did Sergei get angry with the beggar? Why? Sergei got angry with the beggar because the beggar was repeatedly telling him lie that he was a school teacher. He had said to Sergei the day before yesterday that he was a dismissed student. Do you think the beggar was lying? What made him tell lie? Yes, I think the beggar was lying. He had the two he had to tell lie to get some work to support himself. Did Sergei help the beggar to find work? What kind of work did suggest for the beggar? Yes, Sergei helped the beggar to find work. He suggested to chop wood for the beggar. The advocate asked the beggar to do hard work like chopping wood. Was it a punishment or help? The advocate asked the beggar to do hard work like chopping wood. It was a punishment. Do you think the beggar would give up beginning and work for Sergei? Yes, I think so. Next, paragraph 2. What is this part of the story about? Did looks up agree to chop wood for Sergei? This part of the story about the so-called beggar looks up as employment or job in chopping wood for Sergei. Yes, looks up agree to chop wood for Sergei, though he was not telling to do so. What did Sergei see from the window of the dining room? From the window of the dining room, Sergei saw the beggar or the pseudo teacher getting lost in thought and trying to tap the thick log with his freezing hand and holding the axe. What other work did looks up have to do besides chopping wood? Besides chopping wood, looks up had to take Sergei letter to one of his friend up next day. What kind of person was Sergei? Kind and cruel. How do you know this? Sergei was kind. We know this by giving looks up some work to learn his living. Sergei said, well, I am happy that My words have taken effect. Why the Sergei says so? Is it right in saying this? Sergei said, well, I am happy that my words have taken effect. Sergei said too because he had turned a lazy beggar into a working and laborious man. Yes, he's right in saying so. Did looks up know reading and writing? What did Sergey want looks up to do for earning money? Yes, looks up knew reading and writing. Sergey wanted looks up to take his letter to a friend of his so that he could be given some copying to do for earning money. Do you accept that looks up will get a better job and he will not come to Sergey for chopping wood? Yes, I accept so. Part 3 रही When and where did Sergey meet Luxor? How was Luxor placed? After 2 years one evening, Sergey was standing at the ticket window of a theater. Meet Luxor beside him. Luxor was dressed in a coat collar of curly fur and worn sealskin cap. What was the did Luxor do then? How much salary did get every month? Looks up was doing the job of a notary then. He was paid 35 rupees a month against salary. Did Sergey become happy to see bigger in a different form? How do you know this? Yes, Sergey become happy to see the bigger in different form. I know this from Sergey's statement. Thanks, Ivan. That's fine. I am delight for your sake. I am very glad. Looks up. Number 4. Was looks up very grateful to Sergey? Which statement so say? Yes, looks up was very grateful to Sergey. The statement that say so are thank you for your kind words and deeds. I am grateful to you and your cooks who really shaped and changed the bigger life and how. Olga, Sarki cooks. A woman really shaped the change the bigger life. She, Milpa Olga, had not only chopped the wood for the bigger, but also brought about a change in him by repeatedly crossing him for his drunkenness and helpless state. What made the figure stop drinking? Olga, the woman cook, addressed the figure as a miserable creature and unlucky man. She had warned him against drinking copiously and running his health and future. She had even shed tears for the sake the bigger. This is how the figure stopped drinking. Which character in the story do you like most? Support your answer with suitable reason. In this story, I like character Olga, the female cook of Sergei. The reasons are obvious. She through her words and action had affected a change the beggar looks up hard. Consequently, the beggar stopped drinking and changed into a good person. There is next. ଏ ଥିଲା ପାର୍ଟର ବୋଲେ ଭାଗ ଭାଗ ଥିଲା ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଉତ୍ତର। ଏବେ ଅଛି ନେକ୍ସଟ ଟେକ୍ସଟୁଆଲ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଆନ୍ସର। ହୁ ୱେର୍ Sergey and looks up describe their first meeting କହିଛି। ତ ଦୁଇଟା ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଅଛି। Did looks up become a beggar by circumstance or by choice? What reason did the beggar give the Sergey for telling? 3 number, why did looks up agree to chop wood? What were the other things looks up had to do? 4 number କହିଛି collect information about Sergey cook and write short paragraph ଗୋଟେ paragraph ଲେଖ କହିଛି। 5 number, what made the figure change his way of life? 6 number, which character do you like most and why? ପାଠ ତ ପଢ଼ିଛୁ ନା ତ ଏଇ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ତମେ ଲେଖିଦେବ। Number 7, write a short paragraph suggesting some way for abolishing to practice a picking in our country. Activity ଦେଇଛି। Activity 1, the answer looks up the beggar looks up Sergey the beggar Sergey looks up Sergey ଦେଇଛି। Activity 2, ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଉତ୍ତର arrange the above statement in proper order as they are used in the short story. Activity 3, the flow chart ଦେଇଛି। The beggar requests the advocate for the money, asks the beggar to chop wood। ଗୋଟେ flow chart କର କହିଛି ଯେନ୍ତା ହେଇଛି। Last night the beggar would a lot to cook and depart. The activity 4, read the story and fill in the blanks with the table with information about the character. Some information given ahead is not related to the fact of story. The beggar ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଉତ୍ତର ଥିଲା।